came here out of self-preservation. You know, some people said, oh, you're making a political statement. I didn't tell anyone I was moving. I read Project 2025 and I saw that he won, and I called my therapist and said, I need to go to Ireland. And this was the only place. I'm 100% Irish. I was here as a little kid after my mother died. And, you know, this is where my people are. So I went to my people. And it was totally because I knew how badly I did during his first term. And I knew, now that I had a daughter about to be 12, that I needed to be present, awake, and aware for the teenage years. They're not easy, and they're not easy when you're 63. So I adopted this baby at 50, and I, you know, owe her the best part of me, and I couldn't afford the risk of being completely debilitated by what was about to happen, and everything I feared and everything I read in that book has come true.
This is frightening because they love the Second Amendment. Love that. They don't like the one that precedes it, apparently.
Yes.
As long as you or I say
except the religion part.
Right. They don't like the press.
No. They don't like having the freedom to gather in groups, you know, freely, free association. No, not too fond of that. Unless it's their, you know, MAGA, you know, Nazi rallies, or, you know, ICE agents gathering in a city to just stand around and wait for brownish-looking people to walk by. Yeah.
Which is literally just what happened in Chicago over the weekend.
And literally what they're saying they are doing.
Yeah.
They told a reporter, we're waiting for people that look a certain way, and then looked at the white reporter and said, not like you. So,
wow.
All the Irish people that are here undocumented, you're good, baby. ICE isn't going to bother you.
Yeah, the Spaniards, because they're European. The French,
Eastern Europeans,
especially,
yes.
And Northern Europeans, because they're super blonde.
Yes,
it is frightening that, what is his name, Bovey, or I want to say it's Emile Beauvais, but it's not him. Bovine, I want to call him that too. He basically did say, we are looking for people that are brown or black.
Yeah.
Because the Supreme Court said it was okay.
Because the Supreme Court said, you know, you can do that. You can just use the color of people's skin as a reason to stop them and harass them. And, you know, Brett Kavanaugh, and what he wrote on that decision, which was another one of the emergency docket decisions. He said, well, of course, you know, they'll just stop and ask, and then they'll just let you go. And we know that's not what they do. They round you up,
what they do.
In a van. Sometimes they throw you to the ground and hurt you. They try to provoke you into anything they can use to say you assaulted me, from you know, just you know, touching somebody who comes up behind you with no identification whatsoever and grabs you, to, I don't know, tossing a sandwich at them.
Yeah, but they couldn't indict that sandwich.
No. Because you know what? It was a Subway sandwich, and those aren't real sandwiches.
Well, it
They're
wasn't
not
a ham sandwich.
Are they? They're not one of your sponsors.
No, they are not. It wasn't a ham sandwich either, so there's that. Because we know they can indict ham sandwiches. So a 79-year-old American business owner, you just said, was slammed into the ground. I mean, 79 years old? Seriously?
I mean, you know, we don't know. To be fair, we don't know the full extent of that story. I think that the longer video, I mean, again, there's nothing that justifies what happened. And what he was trying to do was go and show them, wait, I've got documents for my workers that you are rounding up, not understanding that it doesn't matter if they have documents.
That's true. Unless they work at Mar-a-Lago.
Yes, that's true.
Because they're not going there. And we know that Donald has hired people that may or may not be documented to work at at least that hotel, if not everywhere else.
Yes. Or they get, you know, the genius visa to marry him.
Oh, there's that. I forgot about that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So Trump says he authorizes Hegseth to deploy the military to Portland because Portland, as we were saying earlier, is war ravaged. Like, I have family that live in Portland. My sister Nancy used to live there. She moved down here. But I have cousins that live up there. I have many, many friends that live up there. They're fine. It's not war ravaged. Thom Hartmann lives up there.
Yeah.
It's fine. So it's like Governor Pritzker said, it's to make us get used to seeing military in the streets. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think you talked about the governor of
Oregon?
Did you talk about the governor of Oregon saying, getting in touch with Trump? Yeah. And said, and it came out that Trump said, essentially, oh, what I saw on TV was different than what is going on. And it's like, yeah. And he says all the time this stuff. I read about all this stuff. And, so he's reading things on Truth Social or on Twitter X. And, that's where he's getting his information instead of the actual, people on the ground. And I'm sure a lot of them are lying to him. I'm sure Stephen Miller is.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Is slurping in his ear next to him, saying different things to try to. And again, it just doesn't match reality. And we are essentially living in the reality that Trump is creating in his head. And every once in a while, somebody can break through and say, there is nothing going on here that you need to send troops for. He thought that there was an active siege of the ICE office going on because of some video from 2020 that Fox put into a report talking about Portland. And it's like, no, grandpa, please, just go back to forwarding emails and leave the rest of the country alone.
Exactly. And then he did post that AI video.
Yeah. The magic bed?
The med bed.
The
med bed.
Yes.
Okay. I don't, that's creepy. I didn't watch it, but if that were a thing, then we wouldn't have to worry about losing health insurance or anything because we just get a med bed card, right? That's what it is. You get a card, and then so we're good. Apparently,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, and this is a whole QAnon conspiracy, and somebody created this AI video of him saying it, and he reposted it as if, Did he think he made the video? I mean, is he that far out of it that he was like, "Oh, I made this video. Look, I look good in this one. I should repost it," and just put it out there for this miracle bed that will help you grow back a limb or something like that. That is, something that the elites use that they're keeping away from the regular people, and Trump's going to set that technology free.
Cool.
Like he did with the Epstein files. He just opened them up like he was promising.
And
he also opened up the prisons and let over 1,000 convicted felons out. So
yeah.
Oh, please, those are patriots that are. It was nothing. Entering. Can you imagine if a bunch of people who were brown had entered the White House without authorization? What would have happened? I mean, I know we say that all the time, but now that we see what his ICE troops do, I mean. Yeah, it's
and speaking of those people they let out of prison, did you see that the QAnon shaman is now suing Trump for $40 trillion?
$40 trillion.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
He's insane too.
Yes. Jacob Chansley says that he's president and Trump is not the rightful president, so he's suing him for $40 trillion.
That's more than the GDP of the entire planet, isn't it?
But I like it because
it's insane.
Because that's the kind of stupid sums that Trump sues people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's kind of hilarious. So sure, man in the
horns,
the giant horned hat. You're on our side now. Welcome. I'd like a few more of you on our side, out there screaming, bare-chested, and.
And face painted.
Yes.
Chest painted.
Yes.
Yes.
All of that. So apparently you write this. The Supreme Court has decided it has no role in making sure Trump lives up to his constitutional duty to faithfully execute the laws. So basically, SCOTUS is just abdicating its power.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, they're the simp court.
Yeah.
You know, they are just doing whatever Trump wants because they believe, and I think this is something that needs to be said more often, they believe that the only real check on Trump, on the presidency, but we know it means Trump for them,
Right.
is impeachment and removal from office. That's it. Otherwise, whatever he does, if he claims it's for national security or emergency or whatever, then he can do it because Congress lets him do it. So they're just saying, we're not going to enforce the law. If the president says that the law doesn't apply in this case, we're just going to let it go. And Congress, it's up to you. So the Supreme Court is saying we have no role. That's really kind of effed up, and I think anti-constitutional, let alone unconstitutional.
Absolutely. And these guys, a lot of them are textualists? Isn't that what they say about the Constitution? Originalists, yes.
And originalists, yes. Apparently they don't care why the Supreme Court was set up and was given so much power in Article 3 of the Constitution.
Yeah, I mean, the big power should be Article 1, which would be Congress. And then, I mean, I know they're co-equal, but still, one was set up like the First Amendment first for a reason. That's the power of the people. And then the president, and then the judiciary in that order, even though they're equal. But the judiciary is basically saying, F it, we're just...
Everything was supposed to be there to keep the other parts under control.
Exactly.
And not let and the Supreme Court has just decided, no, that we're not doing that. We're not doing it. If he flagrantly, extravagantly flouts the law and just does whatever he wants, we're going to say it's okay because he's the president, which is just mind-blowing that the Supreme Court would place the president above the Constitution.
Above themselves, too. Mm-hmm. You would think they would want to retain some power. I mean, don't they start this Wednesday? Isn't it Wednesday, or is it next Monday is the first day?
It's first Monday in October. Don't you remember the Walter Matthau movie?
I do remember that. So it's next Monday, not this.
We're old, Jody. We should remember that.
I know. I'm like, it's the first Monday. I remember Jill Clayburgh. I remember that movie.
Was it Jill Clayburgh or Julie Christie?
I want to say it was Jill. Chris, will you look up? Was it Jill Clayburgh in the first Monday in October? I think it was Jill Clayburgh. Either one is very wonderful actors.
Yes.
Jill Clayburgh.
It was Jill Clayburgh.
Jill Clayburgh. Okay, sorry. You know, this is the second time I've mixed up Julie Christie. Right now we're talking to like 10 people listening.
I know. Hi, old people. Hi. All right. Thank you, Rude. You will have Ms. Miller next week, the first Monday in October next week.
That's right.
Thank you for slumming it with me today. And
always a joy, and loved being on your podcast. Love your podcast.
We're going to have you back soon.
If you're a homeowner in America, you need to listen to this. The FBI has been warning about a type of real estate fraud on the rise called title theft. Yikes. And your equity is the target. Here's how it works. Criminals can forge your signature on a single document, use a fake notary stamp, file it with the county, and just like that, on record, they own your home. Using your ownership, they can take out loans against your equity or even sell your property, and you won't even know about it until a foreclosure or a collection notice shows up in your mail. Yeah, that's why I have partnered with Home Title Lock, so you can protect your equity and find out today if you're already a victim. Go now to HometitleLock.com/Stephanie. You'll get a free title history report and a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of all of your title records, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud occurs, their U.S.-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix it. Don't be a victim. Protect your equity today. Go to HometitleLock.com/Stephanie. One more time, that's HometitleLock.com/Stephanie.